We continue in the Kurds. And this Idi Amin, right? Again, always a Kurd, so the third president of Uganda, but obviously very famous one. Just happened to be the third one. You can't really name any others, but you can name this one, right? And if you look at the Amin, right, the Amin idea, right, is basically the administration idea, right? So this character was obviously an administrative eunuch, right? And the Uganda, like the eunuch Ganda, right? Gender, you see? The gender and the U, right? So obviously, very connected with the whole network of them and all this. Of course, it was supposed to be like an brutal despot, responsible for a lot of deaths and all this. Of course, it's all hex. But what this was an administrative eunuch position, right, in Africa, right? So again, something, can't quite work out if it sort of works like Africa's in charge of Europe, right? Or Europe is in charge of Africa. But there's definitely some funny stuff about it, right? Of course, this is an administrative unit position. So he was administering tea portion to peoples in the in the region, and that's what this character was about saying. Word of hex put in with them and all that, of course. Like the downfall and all this idea. And the Tanzania, the Tranzania, simple as really. The murderous cannibal, of course, pure hex and that. And this was another famous aspect of it. And this type of thing, all hex, of course. Or there might have been a little bit of true stuff in some of that, for example. Butcher of Uganda. It's obviously a lot of hex. And again, when you have Syria, again, this is like meant to be an old ancient empire and all this, and it's sort of branches between like Middle East and Africa type of thing. Syria, of course, mentioned in the Bible and stuff like that. And obviously the Syriac is the syringe, basically. The syringe, of course, stick it here and become the ass. Like that joke about man ass and all that all the time, and that thing. The Syria, the syringe idea. Right? You see how it's all coded with all this stuff. Slaves and free citizens. Dungu, Asur, sons of Asher. Of course, like, look at that, like the mud flood thing, Dumu. Yeah, Dum and Dummer, Of course, this is all part of the Kurds and that. Roman Syria. So it's all hex, like these type of dates. That's just Royal Arch. Just Royal Arch type of thing. You have that Hittite Empire again, right? That Hittite thing. You see a lot of medical and drugs type of ideas with the hit. You know what I mean? The hit, take a hit type of thing, like type of drugs ideas again, Get a hit, you know what I mean? Like Hitler, You read this Hittite type of thing, and there was 3 T's in the Hittite, right? 3 T's in the Hittite. You just gone straight into the ancient ideas, of course, with a spear, so it's a syringe, syringe user type of thing, see? always seen all the time as the same codes and that. David's Mighty Warriors, a group of 37 men. So you can see what that's about. Again, read the ROM, the Roman idea, reading the ROM. When you have this ROM idea, you've got a lot of medical type of, medical stuff that they were wrong. Like remote and offshore medicine, So you see how this stuff just totally, the supposed ancient history idea just totally ties into the medicine idea. And of course, medicine idea is secretly all about trans, right? Range of motion, so many type of, like abbreviations and stuff that they were medical practice and all that. The ROM value, So you see there's hidden codes in it. A rupture of membranes, Romulus and Remus and all that, you see. Then when you get the Syria, right, obviously that's the syringe, right? So when you get this this type of ing thing, this is also the syringe, right? Ing, like, Ingram and Ingrid, Ingersoll and all that type of thing, it's basically the syringe. Ingram micros. Ingram, and of course, like, emphasis on the G there, look. Ram, Ingram. So basically, again, syringe idea on the Ram and the G. Always these codes with Ingersoll watches. Sol basically the sun and the solution, the solution, tea drinking. And the syringe. Robert J. Ingersoll, the great agnostic. Here's a very coded one, like Ingersoll Lockwood. The lock, the lower lock in the syringe, syringe lock, so basically, very coded name indeed, that one, like. It writes about Baron Trump novels. So that's, relevant to the days type of stuff. You know what I mean? Quite a lot of code in that, like. The lock syringe, Ingersoll Lockwood. This is the operations of a syringe, pretty simple, pulled and pushed. But Doolittle again, the doctor, the administrative unit idea, right? And the push me pull you. Which is this sort of two-headed creature in the thing in there. Obviously what he called syringe idea. The rarest animal. Of course, see the unit idea, mere functions, guards and servants, and chamberlains, the kings. Always the same idea what they're putting about these ancient culture ideas, and the unit is always present in them and that. course, they used a eunuch because the eunuchs generally did not have loyalties to anyone except the king, you see. So total loyal, trustworthy servants, and less interest in establishing a private dynasty. So that's why they use eunuchs in that. So yes, on T-Vox, the early domestic functions. See, the eunuchs perform early domestic functions, such as basically running the society. Like the early domestic society and that, just running the society on their behalf. Really. The other interesting stuff, Kane and Bornu Empire. Really. Think about like the reborn idea and that. Kane, the reborn idea, and the principal trade commodity was slaves. And the transportation of slaves, say the transportation idea, right? So of course you get a lot of funny stuff with it. Definitely like Africa into Europe ideas is a lot to do with it, this Ottoman Empire thing and all that. The black eunuchs played key roles. Bashir Aga. Like this Martin Bashir, of course, known for the interview with Diana, Princess of Wales. Of course, how do you get to interview Diana, Princess of Wales? You've got to be a court eunuch. See, only a court eunuch will be invited to interview royal people and that. See. Of course, touching the glasses. Court eunuch. You always see the administration, right? Like a church minister. Medicines, when you have the administrative eunuch idea, it's primarily to do with the administrations of medication. Like the Medicis, So of course this is a massive thing that goes on. Millions of people are secretly injecting hormones and taking pills and every day, literally like millions, maybe billions, you know what I mean? Of course, covert administration of medicines. Says it all, like, doesn't it? Covert administration of medicines. That's exactly what goes on, really. Undercover, like, type of thing, secrecy thing. As well as, like injections and pills and all that, right? You also get the hormone patches, where you stick a patch on, it delivers like the hormones through the skin, right? The patches stick to your skin and release hormones. So you have this Patch Adams, physician, made like a movie about this one. Patch Adams, an American physician, social activist, founded the Gesundheit Institute. Obviously a bit of a funny character, like son of Anna Campbell Stewart. So again, royal eunuch ideas. Right? As you can see, a bit of a strange character, like obviously a trans. Go into the homeward patch. Gunton, gun on tea, like a syringe gun. Patch someone up. Again, is like a medical type of thing. To patch, mend or fix, cover some hole or gap. And think about that one, right?